Hi teachers, so good afternoon. So this is again Sir Eric, and today we will going to discuss na naman po yung ating Prof Ed, professional education, which is Colbridge stages of moral development. Kasi po ito po yung lumalabas din sa board exam. So it is important for us, in order, most especially to all our takers for September, na alamin po yung stages ng moral development ni Lawrence Holberg kasi isa rin po ito sa hindi nawawala sa board exam season. So today, let's isa-isahin natin yung stages, yung level ng moral development na ito kasi napaka-important. So this is the stages of moral development ni Lawrence Kohlberg. So meron po siyang tatlong level, the 3 level, and then every level is composed of 6 stages. So the first level there are 2 level, and then the second level and the third, and each level composed of specific stages. So is it important for us to know as early para at least malaman ninyo kung ano yung pagkakaiba nila at kung paano siya i-locate kapag na-encounter nyo po yung mga question which is related po sa stages na moral development ni Lawrence. So shall we start? It is focusing from moral reasoning and decision making. Here are our learning objectives for today's lesson or for today's session. The first one is to explain the Kohlberg theory. The second one, differentiate the 3 levels of moral development. And the third objective will be identify the 6 stages. And then the last would be to answer the let situational question kasi this is important, no? Para ma-practice at para alam nyo yung ano ang possible na lumalabas talaga sa board exam, most especially the situational questions kasi it's a Prof Ed po more on situational questions. So it's important for you to learn and to see the exact or the example of the situational questions in Prof Ed. Next, here are the 3 level of moral development ni Lawrence. The first level would be pre-conventional. All right, so in the pre-conventional po, this is consequences to self. It's all about consequence, what should be the result, no, to self, for ourselves. And then sa pre-conventional stages po ng moral development, kinocompose po siya ng 2 stages, which is the stage 1 is punishment and the stage 2 would be reward. Conventional, may 2 stages, which is the punishment and the reward. And the second level would be conventional. Sa conventional naman po, dito naman papasok si social approval and rules. So dito po nakapaloob yung mga rules, yung approval, no, ng isang magiging gawa ng isang tao. So sa conventional, kinocompose din po ito ng 2 stages, which is the stage 3 and the stage 4, which is the approval and the law and order. So tandaan lang natin po sa conventional, dito nakapaloob si approval at si law and order. And then for the stages, which is the post-conventional, dito naman po papasok si justice and ethics. And then, 2 stages, which is stage 5 is social contract, and then the stage 6 is universal ethical principles. So don't worry, isa-isahin natin kung paano ito malalaman kapag mai-encounter nyo po ito sa board exam. So yan po yung 3 level, the pre-conventional, the conventional, and the post-conventional. And then every level, there are specific stages po. So next natin, unahin na natin si pre-conventional morality. So ito po yung unang stages ni Lawrence Kohlberg. Nakafocus po ito sa personal consequence, sa kung ano po yung magiging resulta po sa sarili ng isang bata o sa isang tao. Common among children. So, ito pong level ay very common talaga po sa mga bata. Right and wrong are determined by outcomes. So the main question from this level would be, what will happen to me? Ano ba yung mangyayari sa akin kapag kapag nandito ako sa level na to, which is the pre-conventional. Kagaya nga na sinabi ko kanina, it's about focusing personal consequence, kung ano po yung magiging resulta. Alright, so for the first stages under the pre-conventional, obedience and punishment. So obedience po and punishment ang nakapaloob sa unang stage ng pre-conventional. The definition for this is obey rule to avoid punishment. Dapat talaga i-obey natin yung rules para maka-avoid tayo sa punishment. Most especially po sa mga bata, kapag ang bata ay dapat ino-obey natin sila, gina-guide natin sila para maka-iwas talaga sila sa kung ano man ang magiging punishment or magiging resulta. The characteristic of this would be fear, obedience, authority-driven behavior. And here is the example for the stage 1. A pupil does not cheat because teacher might punish him. So, kung napapansin niyo po sa example natin, yung isa daw na pupil ay hindi niya gusto mag-cheat kasi baka paparusahan siya ni teacher. So, yan lang po kadali yung obedient and punishment. Gagawa si student ng maganda para maka-avoid po siya sa kung ano man ang magiging resulta, kung ano magiging consequence ng kanyang gagawin to avoid punishment. Ang keyword lang po sa left, tandaan lang natin sa obedience and punishment na pre-conventional, yung keyword lang natin po dito ay punishment, fear, and consequence. Natatakot po ang isang bata na gumawa ng mali para makaiwas din po sa kung ano man yung magiging punishment sa kanya. So yan po yung stage 1 natin. Next stage natin is instrumental, purpose, and reward. Dito naman po nakapaloob yung reward. So action are based on reward and benefit. So nakadepende naman po dito ang gawa or ang gagawin ng isang bata kung ito ba ay mayroong reward or benefit na makukuha po ang isang bata. So ang characteristic lang naman po ng stage 2 natin is personal gain, exchange of favors, and incentives. So sa ganitong stages po, ang bata po ay gumagawa ng mabuti para magkaroon po siya ng reward or benefits. Meron siyang matatanggap o maasa po ang isang bata na mayroon po siyang makukuhang reward sa kanyang gagawing na action. Ang example po nito ay a learner studies hard because parent promised a cell phone. So kung napapansin niyo po sa example, ang isa daw na learner ay gustong mag-aral ng mabuti dahil nangako ang kanyang parent na bibilhan daw siya ng cellphone. So baga, meron pong kapalit yung kanyang pagsasakripisyo or pagiging study hard niya po sa kanyang pag-aaral. So in that way, kapag ang bata ay mag-aral siya ng mabuti, yung magiging reward niya po sa kanyang sarili or yung magiging benefit po na kanyang makukuha is may mabibilhan po siya ng cellphone ng kanyang parents. So, on the stage 2 po, tandaan lang natin is reward lang po ang nakapaloob dito at incentive and then the personal gain. So, yan lang po kadali ang sa stage 2 under the pre-conventional. The stage 1, which is the punishment, and the stage 2 is reward. Tandaan lang natin, nakapaloob po yan sa pre-conventional. Next natin is conventional morality. So tapos na natin yung pre-conventional na kung saan yun po yung kadalasan ginagawa ng mga bata. And then, I hope na naintindihan niyo po yung pre-conventional. So, let's proceed po sa another level, which is the conventional morality. So, in this case naman po, sa conventional morality, nakafocus naman po ito sa social approval and social order. And then common among adolescents and adults. So kung sa pre-conventional ay applicable po siya or common po siya sa mga bata, sa conventional naman po, dito naman common po yung mga adult, kagaya natin, yung mga adolescents, yung mga action natin ay nakadepende po or nakapaloob talaga dito sa level 2, which is the conventional morality. People follow expectation and rules, and the main question would be, what will others think of me? So ano ba yung magiging pananaw no ng isang tao sa akin, no? Mga ganong katanungan yung nakapaloob sa conventional. Dito po nakapaloob yung pagiging good boy at good girl ng isang tao or isang bata. Sa conventional morality po nakapaloob. So ayan nga yung sabi ko sa stage 3, which is the good boy and the good girl. Ang definition po nito ay behavior seeks approval from others. Though baga, nakadepende po yung kanyang gagawin sa kung ano yung ini-expect niya na tawag nito, yung expectation niya na kung ano yung magiging pananaw ng isang tao sa kanyang sarili. Baga kung ano yung magiging action niya, yun yung ipinapakita niya po yung kanyang ginagawa. Like for example, for this, what I mean is the characteristic would be acceptance, relationship, and pleasing others. And this is the best example po as students volunteers to be viewed as responsible. Baga sa good boy and good girl po is, like for example, si student ay nagsuot po siya ng formal uniform para ang paningin po ng ibang tao sa kanya ay ano siya, very responsible po siya na isang tao, very nagpa-follow talaga siya sa rules ng isang school. And then the other thing would be, kapag ang isang tao ay tumulong po sa tinulungan niya po yung isang matanda, expect niya na yung mga taong makakakita sa kanya ay magti-think po yung mga tao na yung matulungin talaga siya kasi tinulungan niya po yung matanda. So yan po yung nakapaloob dito sa stage 3 na kino-considered niya po yung kung ano magiging pananaw ng isang tao sa kanyang sarili. Gumagawa siya ng mabuti para yun po yung magiging resulta or magiging tingin ng ibang tao sa kanya. The good boy and the good girl, ang pagiging mabuti. So yan po sa stage 3. And then for the stage 4, under the conventional is the law and order. So ano naman po ang sa law and order? Rules must be followed to maintain order. So baga, pina-follow na natin dito, we as an adult, we follow the rules no to maintain the order, kung ano man yung magiging order no ng isang, like for example sa school, we as a teacher, we need to follow the rule to maintain the order. So yan po yung nakapaloob sa stage 4. The characteristic would be duty, authority, law, and responsibility. And here is the example from law and order. A teacher follows school policies even without supervision. Baga, we as a teacher, pina-follow natin yung school policies kahit wala pong nag-supervise sa atin. Kasi pina-follow talaga natin yung rules na walang nag-guide, walang nakatingin. Kasi nga, ang pagiging mabuti po yung kino-considered natin sa conventional kasi we already an adult. Law and order, we need to follow the law, we need to follow the rules to maintain the order. So yan lang po kadali ang stage 4. Lagi lang natin tandaan po sa conventional morality po, ito po yung common po ito sa atin ng mga adult. The stage 3 is pagiging good boy and the good girl. Nagumagawa tayo ng mabuti para yun po yung magiging paningin ng ibang tao sa atin, yung pagiging mabuting tao. So the stage 4 would be the law and order. we are following the rules to maintain the order. Example, sa binigay kong example, teacher, we as a teacher, we are following the rules, school policies, even without the supervision. No, hindi na natin kailangan pang i-follow ang rules kapag meron lamang nagsusupervise sa atin. So kasi may mga taong ganyan, hindi lang po sa teaching field, hindi lang po sa sa teaching field, even po sa ibang work. Yung mga worker ay hindi nila pina-follow yung rules kasi nga walang nakatingin, walang mga matang nakatingin sa kanila. So pina-follow lang nila ang rules kapag merong nakatingin, merong nag-guide, merong mga or merong mga taong tumitingin sa kanilang likod, yun doon lang nila pina-follow yung rules o yung mga policies sa kanilang workplace. However, from the law and order, we are following talaga, no? We are following with and or without the supervision of the higher person, like for example, the principal or the higher position sa atin. So, meaning to say, we are following independently po talaga. And then yung keyword lang natin po dito is the law, rules, authority, and the duty. So yan lang po kadali ang stage 4. And for the last level, which is the post-conventional morality, dito naman po sa post, ito na po yung katapusan talaga. Post, tapos na. Post-conventional morality, focus na po ang justice and ethical principle. Not all adults reach this level. Take note of this, everyone, teachers. Hindi po lahat ng adult ay nakaka-reach or nakakatungtong po sa ganitong level. Why? Because if human rights become more important than blind obedience. So, dito na talaga nakapaloob yung human rights po. So, kagaya po ng ibibigay nating example, so let's proceed po kung ano yung stages na nakapaloob po sa conventional, post-conventional. Here, stage 5, social contract. Law should promote the common good. Yan po yung definition niya. Social contract. Law should promote the common good. Do baga, yung law po ay kinakailangan pa rin natin i-follow yun to promote po para sa kabutihan po ng lahat. No, the characteristic is human right, democracy, and the justice. Pero don't worry kasi nga sabi sa definition, hindi lahat ng adult po ay nakakatungtong sa ganitong level. Pero we should, but is it important for us to know the meaning kasi nga lumalabas pa rin ito sa board exam. Like for example, citizen support changing and fair law. So, ano daw, yung mga citizen po ay nagsusuporta sa hinding pantay na batas. Like for example, here in the Philippines, no? Yung batas natin dito ay hindi talaga pantay. So, even sa school, so kung merong discrimination na nangyayari, yung mga estudyante, most especially yung mga LGBT community, they are uniting to support, to change the unfair law. Then the keywords of this is the right, welfare, and justice. And the last stage under the post-conventional would be universal ethical principle. So ano naman po ang nakapaloob dito? Decision are guided na nakapaloob dito. No, yung decision po, kung ano po ang magiging decision natin, may iba't po yun na konsensya. Guided po ng ating konsensya. Ano po yung characteristic dito? Equality, dignity, moral principles. Ano po yung example? A person tell the truth despite personal risk. Do baga, yung tao ay nagsasabi ng katotohanan kahit na nakasalalay ang kanyang kapakanan. So, like for example, ang isang tao ay mayroon siyang inilabas na katotohanan na kahit alam niya na manganganib yung kanyang buhay. Like for example, sa drug, nireport niya po sa police, sa mga police, yung hideout ng mga yung mga gumagamit ng drugs, yung mga nagbebenta, na kahit alam niya yung sarili niya na mapapahamak po ang kanyang sarili at siyempre yung kanyang pamilya sa pagbubunyag po ng katotohanan like po itong mga drugs po. So, yan po ang nakapaloob dito sa Universal Ethical Principle. So, yan lang po yung ating 6 stages from pre-conventional, this is the punishment and the reward. The conventional, this is ano nga yun, yung sa good boy and good girl, no, and the law and order. And then the post-conventional, this is the social contract and the universal ethical principle. So I hope po na naintindihan niyo po ng mabuti yung ating moral development. So as stages of moral development ni Lawrence, kasi lumalabas talaga to sa board exam. So ipapakita ko po sa inyo yung sample ng actual board question para at least matest natin yung inyong sarili. But before that, here are the let memory trick. Ito po yung sabi ko kanina. Stage 1, punishment. Stage 2, reward. Stage 3, approval. 4, law. 5, rights. And number 6 is conscience. Excuse me. And then the mnemonic po natin is PRAL RC. Para hindi niyo po makalimutan po yung mnemonic po ng ating moral development. So try natin sagutan to, teachers. A grade 2 pupil follow classroom rule because he is afraid that his teacher will punish him if he misbehave, according to Kohlberg, which stages is illustrated. Kung napapansin nyo, yung grade 2 na pupil daw, yung grade 2 na student ay pina-follow niya po yung classroom rules kasi natatakot daw siya na paparusahan siya ng teacher sa kanyang kung siya ay mag-misbehave kapag mayroon siyang ginagawang mali. So, saan po yung nakapaloob dito? Letter A, a good boy or good girl. Letter B, social contract. Letter C, obedience and punishment. And letter D, law and order. Sa tingin niyo po, teacher, ano po yung answer natin dito? Yes, the correct answer is letter C as in Charlie, which is obedience and punishment. Kasi nga, na-afraid siya, na paparusahan siya, kaya pina-follow niya po yung rules ni teacher. Next, number 2. A learner studies diligently because his parent promised to buy him a new bicycle if he obtained high grade. So, ano naman daw? Si learners daw ay nagsa-study diligently kasi nag-promise ang kanyang parent na bibilhan daw siya ng bicycle kapag ma-hit niya po, kapag magkaroon po siya ng mataas na grado. Ito ba ay instrumental purpose orientation? Ito ba ay good boy, good girl? Ito ba law or order orientation or universal ethical principle? Yes po. The correct answer is letter A as in alpha because my purpose po. My purpose ang kanyang paghihimakas or pag-study hard kasi nga bibilhan siya ng kanyang parent ng kanyang new bicycle. Kaya ang tamang sagot po sa letter number 2 natin is alpha. Instrumental purpose orientation po. Next. Maria volunteers during a school clean-up drive because she wants her classmates and teachers to see her as responsible and helpful. So ano daw, si Maria ay nagba-volunteer daw ng clean-up drive kasi gusto niya makita ng kanyang kaklase at ng kanyang teacher na isa siyang responsible na tao at matulungin. Ito ba ay obedience and punishment? Ligwak nga po ito. Letter B, instrumental and purpose orientation. Ligwak din po ito. You're between the letter C and the letter D. A good boy, a good girl, or a social contract. What would be the answer, teachers? Yes po. The correct answer is letter C, good boy and good girl. Kasi nga pinapakita niya sa kanyang mga klase na isa siyang mabuting bata or matulungin kasi nga nagvo-volunteer siya sa clean up drive. A teacher strictly follow school policies because she believe rules are necessary to maintain order and discipline. So hindi na tayo magkakamali dito kasi nga nakalagay na dyan yung meron na kayong hint yung rule at saka order. So wag na natin ito patagalin. It's letter B. Bravo. It's law and order orientation po. And then for the last item, a person risks losing his job after exposing corruption because he believes honesty is more important than personal gain. So ano daw? Yung tao daw ay ni-risk niya po ang kawalan ng kanyang trabaho pagkatapos niyang i-expose yung corruption. Do baga sinakripisyo niya po ang kanyang trabaho. Nawalan po siya ng trabaho pagkatapos niyang ilabas or i-expose yung corruption. Kasi naniniwala po siya na ang honesty is the most important than personal gain. So ano po ang nakapaloob dito? Social contract ba? Law order ba? Universal ethical ba? Or instrumental purpose? Ito po ay nakapaloob po yung dito po sa scenario, ino-consider niya po yung pangkalahatan po. Yes, the correct answer is letter C, universal ethical po. Kasi ino-consider niya po ang pangkalahatan, hindi lang po ang kanyang sarili. Kasi in-expose niya nga, sorry, in-expose niya po yung kanyang, yung corruption, even though na alam niya na mawawalan po siya ng trabaho. Kaya nga, letter C as in Charlie po ang tamang sagot. So, maaari niyong ma-encounter po sa board exam. All you need to do is to comprehend, read the question, and analyze po para hindi po kayo magkamali. And napaka-easy lang naman po i-identify yung stages of moral development ni Colebrigde or ni Lawrence Colebrigde. So for the table, here are the summary. Again, stage 1 for the punishment, stage 2 is to reward, stage 3 for approval, 4 for the law, 5 for the right, and 6 for the conscience or for your consensya po. So remember this, identify the motivation behind the action. So, i-remember nyo lang po, no? So again, hopefully na naintindihan nyo po yung ating short session for identifying the stages of moral development, the 3 level, and then each level has 2 stages. It composed 6 stages. So again, dito lang po magtatapos yung ating lecture for today regarding for the stages of moral development. And I hope na mag-join pa po kayo sa ating group chat for all September taker kasi nga napakarami na po mga member na nag-enroll or nag-avail po sa aming group chat. And don't forget to follow our Facebook page kasi doon po kami nagpo-post ng mga reviewer at mga related pa po sa inyong board exam. Hopefully po na nag-join kayo. If you are interested, message lang po kayo directly po sa aming FB page or mag-comment po sa mga post namin para ma-notice po kayo kaagad. And also sa aming TikTok at saka sa YouTube. So yan lang po mga teacher. Hopefully ito na po yung last board exam nyo at talagang I hope din po na naintindihan nyo po yung moral development, yung stages of moral development ni Colebrigde. And yan lang po teachers, and good luck your board exam for upcoming September, and hopefully this is your last board exam. Bye!